Exams are nearby, and I hope you guys are revising well. You're revising with me also. I'm revising all the PYQs on Constitution with you, and also I'm doing legal current affairs MCQs with you. But obviously, this is not enough. You need to keep revising from your end also, and also keep giving mocks. Mocks are very important. Hi guys, I'm Ayushi, your mentor for law entrance exams, and welcome to Law Digest. So in this video, we are going to take up another set of questions of PYQs on Constitution, and we are going to revise thoroughly. Starting with the first question, with reference to the reservation of seats for women in the Panchayati Raj institution, इनमें से कौन सी statement correct है? Article 243D3 of the Constitution, it provides for this particular statement that seats will be reserved for women in the Panchayati Raj system, or the reservation or and the reservation shall continue. This will be reservation shall cease to have effect on the expiration of the period specified in 334. Now 334 speaks of the time period that from the time of 60 years, 70 years, it has been constantly amended, that from after the expiry of this particular time period, after coming into force of the constitution, reservation will cease to have effect. But that reservation is dealt with respect to the Anglo-Indians and for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. So this is not the correct answer. Option 1 is the correct answer. Therefore, A is here the right answer. Then moving on to the next question, we are looking at first Attorney General of India was who of the following? So we've discussed this before also, that the first Attorney General was MC Setalvad. This question has been appearing repeatedly, and this appeared in 2019 as well. Question 3. In which of the following part of the Constitution a provision for promotion of international peace and security has been made? Fundamental right, fundamental duty, DPSP, or preamble? So if we go by the elimination method, preamble does not mention anything about international peace and security. Fundamental rights also do not mention, because why? This can also be done through logic. Fundamental rights are those that are meant for the citizens of the country. These are the rights that citizens have against the state. So international peace is of no locus when we speak of the rights of citizens against the state. Then fundamental duties are the duties of citizens. The citizens shall have these duties towards the state. So it is not really a duty of the citizen to promote international peace or security. This is for the state to do so. Therefore, it is a directive principle for the state. Option C is the correct answer here. Then next, President gives his resignation to Chief Justice, Vice President, Prime Minister, Attorney General. Now, Attorney General is obviously of no locus here. Prime Minister is of no locus because Prime Minister is a person who is appointed by the President himself. So, इंडिपेंडेंस नहीं रहेगा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में अगर प्रेसिडेंट को अपना रेजिग्नेशन प्राइम मिनिस्टर को देना हो. Then Chief Justice is the person who gets the oath delivered to the President. It is the Vice President to whom the President shall serve his resignation. वाइस प्रेसिडेंट किसको अपना रेजिग्नेशन देता है, ये आप कमेंट सेक्शन में बताइए. इट इज़ वेरी इजी एंड इट कैन बी identified through logic as well. Then next question is, as per Article 29 of the Indian Constitution, no citizen shall be denied into a government-aided educational institution admission on the grounds of what? So basically Article 29 बात करता है हमारे प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ माइनॉरिटीज़ की. माइनॉरिटीज़ को राइट है टू सेव देयर लैंग्वेज, स्क्रिप्ट एंड कल्चर. तो अब अगर एडमिशन हो रहा है एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन में, तो उसमें एडमिशन डिनाई नहीं होना चाहिए इन माइनॉरिटीज़ को ऑन द ग्राउंड ऑफ रिलीजन, रेस, कास्ट, लैंग्वेज और एनी ऑफ देम. Option D is the correct answer here. Then moving on to the next question, which practices amongst the following constitutes a corrupt practice in the parliamentary election? So when we speak of parliamentary elections, the elections are mostly governed by the Representation of People's Act. So under the Representation of People's Act, it says that the corrupt practice will include bribery, it will include procuring assistance of a government servant, and also promoting the feeling of hatred or enmity between different citizens on the ground of religion, caste, etc. So all of these is the correct answer to this question. Option D is the correct answer. in the year 2020, a lot of questions, two, three questions came on the issue of elections, because we saw there was a lot of news about electoral bonds, the VVPAT machine, elections were happening in the country. So at that point of time, elections was very important. For this year, I would say elections with respect to West Bengal are important. So you should know about election with respect to the chief minister. You can attain information on information about chief ministers. Now, representation of people's act is a miscellaneous act, and mostly लोगों को नहीं होगा कि वो ये miscellaneous acts भी पढ़ें और कहाँ से पढ़ें कैसे पढ़ें, because we are already studying so much. हम basic laws ही पढ़ रहे हैं साथ साथ. So what I've done is, in the free material section on my website, I have added a PDF on the miscellaneous act. Obviously, it is there available with the people who have enrolled for the courses, but then I have added it to the free material section as well. कुछ एग्जाम्स ऐसे हैं जहाँ पर मिसलेनियस लॉ से भी क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं, कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट से क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं, इन्वायरमेंट एक्ट से कोई क्वेश्चन आ गया, सो ये RTI एक्ट से कोई क्वेश्चन आ गया, तो ये सब मिसलेनियस एक्ट्स हैं एंड दे हैव बीन इंक्लूडेड इन योर PDF फॉर miscellaneous acts. Then the next question is, which one of the following does not constitute electoral for electing the President of India? Now we know कि election जो होता है president का, that is done through an electoral board. Electoral board means that the group of people who will comprise as the people who will elect the president. Now this electoral board consists of elected member of Lok Sabha, elective member of Legislative Assembly of each state, elected members of Legislative Council, elected members of Rajya Sabha. So in the appointment election of the president, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha elected members are there, and also elected members of Legislative Assembly of each state along with Delhi and Puducherry are also there. Elected members of Legislative Council are not included in that role, and also nominated members जो हैं वो भी उस रोल का पार्ट नहीं होते हैं. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Remember, here it is asking does not constitute. There are a lot of questions that come in the sense of negative question. Basically, they ask which of the following is not a part, which of the following is not correct. So you have to keep in mind that the question is asking for not. The best thing to do in such a case is, when you are reading the question in the examination and you see the term not is appearing in the question, immediately underline it. Immediately highlight it, underline it, so that you don't forget the question क्या पूछ रहा है, because उस टाइम पे हम excitement में होते हैं, we just want to get to the answer correctly, and अगर हमें थोड़ा बहुत भी उस topic से पढ़ा होता है, we just get excited and we forget what the question is about. Then next is, once appointed, the judge will serve till they attain the age of 62, 63, 64, 65. 65, option D is the correct answer. 62 years is the age that is with respect to the judges of the High Court and not Supreme Court. High Court judges retire at 62. Supreme Court judges retire at 65. Then moving on to the next question, which of the following appointments is not made by the President of India? Speaker of Lok Sabha, Chief Justice, Chief of Air Force, or Chief of Army? So the President does not make the appointment of the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Option A is the correct answer. Speaker of Lok Sabha is appointed through a simple majority in the Lok Sabha. Members in the Lok Sabha, they appoint the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Then the next is question 10. Legislative Assembly of each state shall consist of. So minimum and maximum number of members बताने हैं हमें. Legislative Assembly में minimum 60 and maximum 500 members होने चाहिए. So these numbers you need to know. Option B is the correct answer. Similarly, लोक सभा and राज्य सभा को लेकर भी कुछ numbers हैं. वो numbers क्या हैं? Mention the same in the comment box below. And also I know a lot of times the query comes that कि लोक सभा में maximum 552 members हो सकते हैं या 550 members हो सकते हैं because of the latest amendment of 104th amendment, जहाँ पर एंग्लो इंडियंस की सीट्स जो हैं वो रिजर्वेशन हटा दिया गया. कहीं जगह पे आंसर 552 दिया हुआ है. नाउ the books that you are referring to, they are an old edition. But at the same time, I would say ki you look at the Lok Sabha website, because Lok Sabha website will give you the right information. It is the correct official source. Do check the website and let me know. This I'm telling you, I can tell you myself also कि क्या number दिया है. I'm saying this so that you remember this for the future. You remember it for your exam, and you will thank me later for this. So guys, with this we come to the end of this video. If you are liking these sessions, hit the like button. If you are a new viewer of this channel, then subscribe to this channel, and also follow us on Instagram for more such updates. We keep coming up with daily content on Instagram.